So, guys, I want to know, what was the point in the fire? We got to talk about this. Huh? And let's do it quickly because in about, I probably got a good 10 minutes in. I'm going to be asleep. What was the point in the fire? I see y'all online, and I think most of us, if not all of us, understand the message that the guy was giving, right? In his videos, when he said pay us a living wage, and he was saying, if you paid us a living wage, something like that. I didn't see all the videos, but I was just looking at that thing today. That's a massive fire. Like, he burned down the whole building. I know they said there were only 20 employees, so seemingly they were overworked. I don't know. We didn't get an interview from him, did we? Will we get an interview from anyone else? Guys, I know you're applauding him, and it feels weird because it's like, normally when you want to see you guys supporting something, um you're being condemning, like, oh, shame on you, that was bad, don't do that, that's not the way to solve things. And it's like, with this, I see a lot of comments that are for it, and I'm like, that man's going to jail for a long time, and you guys know it. you know the, that's one of my biggest problems with it. um and I'll get to the second one and then the third one. But I seriously want to know. I seriously want to know. I thank you so much, Casanova Gal. Thank you to what Cassie has been up to. Cassie who? Tell me who in the comments. Um, I just okay. I would like to know from him. I don't know if he's gonna have a trial. Probably so. And will it be televised? Um, because we need to see it. Although I'm pretty sure there's a lot we won't find. I don't know. It's weird. I just want to see how this is going to go. But it's sad to watch because we're never going to see this guy again, I believe. And certain comments you guys are making, what this is what it's about, and all this and that. And it's like, and then, some of you guys said, hey, he didn't do it for himself. He did it for us. I like the way that you guys are thinking like that, right? But what else? Because we can talk and we do talk. All I see is talk on social media. We gotta have a conversation about the taxes, but this ain't. I don't want to mix the two, but we gotta have a conversations about y'all talking about the taxes. We gotta talk about that with tax day coming up. I I don't even know if I should say that out loud, but they already know, right? and I was going to, but and it's still not too late. But I don't feel like it. I just don't. I gotta hunt down my W-2s and listen. I just don't feel like it. But anywho, then again, I'm gonna get a little something back. Okay, listen. I got a question. What will the guy be able to make a general statement? Because I think in a situation like this, we the people should have the right to get at least a statement from him. I know that they don't want to give him nothing like that, but he said us. So even if he makes a statement towards his coworkers, what was it about? Like, we get it's about a wage, but what was burning the building down supposed to do? Ah, those people. What was burning down the building supposed to do? Seriously, because that man is going to jail, and he looks kind of young, and he's going to jail, and you know they're gonna put a hurting on him so bad, even if the hurting is just the sentencing, and you know that okay, so he did that, and he is gonna pay. He's gonna pay. This man know his family. You'd be getting that money back from him from generations to come, right? And if he were given a judgment of imagine how they could just take him as a prisoner and treat him like they have been and sometimes still do black men that be in prison, have you be real slaves. I'm talking about sell you for work. For real, for real. Dude would just work the rest of his life trying to pay that back. That is massive damage to a massive corporation. So maybe he was suicidal, I'm thinking. Maybe at that point he said, okay, I'm ready to. So if he's there, is it because it's so hard he don't want to do it anymore? He don't want to pay bills? Or is it because he is trying to spark something off? And I don't want to sound, I just want to try to ask, guys, why is this person going to jail? I'm talking about he don't have to worry about what the minimum wage is anymore. Living wage, non-living wage. If I don't know if he had children, he seemed kind of young, but instead of walking away to get another job, and though it's not easy to get jobs anywhere these days, we know that. So a lot of us tend to try and stay and work it out where we were before, when a lot of people would be like, I'll just go get me another job. Well, what does this mean, guys? What is this for? If I see posts about this, for me, I want to see people focusing on things that make sense, things that actually brings forth thought to action, stuff like that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Um, I'm seeing. Okay, what's his name? Luigi. Y'all praise Luigi all up and down these TikTok and whatever streets, and we haven't seen any secondary actions, okay, from anyone to follow up with Luigi, right, with what he's done. And we haven't seen anything similar happening from us either. So I'm trying to figure out what was all the praise for. Do you think that these people are doing these massive things? I'm talking about this is the typical stuff that the bad guys do every day. They do it for sport. They do it several times a day even. They've been doing it since the beginning of time. It's nothing but a cup of tea for them. If anything, it's just, oh, I'm bored. For us, we don't get down like that. And the consequences for us, because most of the time they don't even have consequences. It's only gains, right? It's so heavy. It's so heavy. And nobody can save you. Nobody can save Luigi. Even if all of us got together, which that'll never happen. We can't make them let him go. That's if he got him, if that shit is real, blah, 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 blah. You know the rest. You know? I ain't seen the child since. But y'all did all that praising that dude, and I just sat back and I looked at him like, You wait every so often for somebody to jump up and be courageous enough to do this one thing. And then it's like, okay, and then you wait for the next time. And what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? When you see people make these huge decisions, that is supposed to spark, like Tupac said, they're being the thing to spark the change, right? It's just not in the people, man. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. Because it's too difficult to sit up here and look at all this stuff that's going down around here. You know, we ain't catching no bad guys. And when I say bad guys, y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Dude out here, we just ain't, people in general, man. And as a collective, just ain't really hitting no shit. That's really what I want to say. People ain't hitting no shit. You tell me how this little girl got snatched up by somebody in a FedEx truck. Huh? Tell me how. We know what day and age we in, and we know we can't let our children out of our sight. Um, I've watched snippets of the trial and all this stuff, and I still don't have the whole rundown on when he came and got her, how he came and got all that. I heard the highlights, and I know enough. I pretty much know what he did. But my thing is, he had enough air and opportunity. The first time he saw her, he knew he was going to be able to get his hands on her. And the way we at in this society, your child should not even be in a space. And when I say space, I mean a situation to where they're going to move along. Are they going to think twice? Because they're going to be like, dang, it's too many obstacles here. It's too rough. You know, they on it around here. And clearly that wasn't the case. I don't think we're keeping it real enough with our children and ourselves. And they tell my closing down schools. Come on, y'all. The little girl was taken by this man. And as many cases as I'm watching and getting into on a daily basis, right? I'm having a hard time with this one. You know, just to go and really listen to it. I don't care about all him and his performance, and okay, I get the gist. I get the highlights. He was a real he the type of dude you want to hate, right? And he took the cops on wild goose chase several times. Okay, I know enough, so I don't even want to watch that part. But I heard a snippet where the DA, district attorney, and the prosecutor was saying, he was talking about how she fought for her life, and how there were cameras in the truck, and I see that picture with him, the steering wheel, her, and then I look at her face. I remember finally going around and listening to the jogger. Right now, I don't remember her name. I can't remember how many minutes it was, but people kept repeating it. And a lot of times we try to run from this stuff. No, you got to get all up in it. I think people who've been running from a lot of details and stuff, y'all need to get up in it, because we really need to. It's too many. There's no rose-colored glasses, man. You really got to feel this stuff. To hide from it, to push away from it, is to continue to tell yourself that we're not in the reality we are in. To hear this woman's struggle it just puts you in a reality like this is where we're at now. You don't know what other people are thinking, and it's a lot of them, and you don't know who you encountered one day that you wasn't even probably paying attention, and they was paying attention to you, and they locked in on you, and you don't even know how badly you need to be watching your back. Days go by, weeks can go by, whatever, and they've been gathering everything they need to make their move, and you probably not even having a good day physically, or you probably not even, you probably don't, you don't train, you don't do nothing. None of y'all should be trying to be fucking ninjas. That man say a little girl fought a grown big old dude because he know he big. They said she fought hard. We shouldn't have to listen to no audio of a 7-year old girl fighting with all her might a grown dude for her own life that she woke up just being a little girl that day and didn't even know somebody was going to try to take her life. An adult, the FedEx dude, who I know she's seen before, who I'm sure she, spoke to him, found out, oh, he's a nice adult. She just feeling safe in the world. And one of the people who probably contributed to her feeling safe in her world and her environment gave her a reality that children shouldn't even know about. That girl been through what we can't even imagine facing because we haven't been there. You've never fought someone for your life. And not only fought for your life, realize the moment you've lost. Only for this dude to sit up there and, talk about how he was trying to break her neck and all that other kind of stuff. I can't just ride around with a kid in my, I heard little stuff like that. And it's just like, we not doing enough, y'all. We not. We not. And every time we hear about something like that, we have to blame ourselves because we've allowed us to be turned into something that this was never who we were. It was never who we were. I don't care what your excuses is. At the end of the day, these are excuses that you were given on purpose. You were never not meant to you were never meant to stop playing your role. Looking out for each other. I know there's a lot of us that can remember coming up. You could, once you step out that door, everybody, mom and daddy is your mom and daddy too. And you can't get away with nothing. And they see you and they gonna step up. They'll get you together if they need to. They'll bring you in, they'll give you a meal. They'll protect you from, somebody strange coming up the street trying to bother you. Anything like that. And it's like now everybody on their own. And we're not in a society where children can just be. That's not the society we in. They need to be training too. The little girl fought for her life. She fought a grown man for her life. You think children are gonna fight? Heck yeah. A toddler would fight you. And that's just if you're trying to take a toy or a cookie they don't want you to take. You're trying to make them go lay down for a nap. Children will fight you if they're scared for their life. If they don't want to, they will fight you. So what do you think a child, a 7-year old, is gonna do when somebody is literally? They understand. They don't understand this world we're living in. They don't understand why an adult would do such a thing. But once they get to the point where they're like, oh, because at first I imagine it's confusion, but scaredness and hurt because, hey, I don't even know you like that. So what are you doing to me? You're trying to hurt me, but how and why? I don't know what you really want to do to me, but I'm not, you're forcing, I don't like this. So they fighting. But then when she realized, imagine when she realized this man is trying to kill me. And having to live through that hard. There should be no way a woman jogging broad daylight. There was nobody to step in and help her. And this guy just went to work. Cops interviewing him, sitting on the porch with his brother, talking like that all that didn't happen. Like you didn't fight a woman until she no longer existed. And walking around amongst other people. This FedEx driver, I don't know. I heard he may have had a family or something, but I don't even know how. I didn't get into the case. I don't know how long, but he was driving. He was driving and delivering people's mail. And this is what people were fussing about when they said we don't want people to be able to use Uber Eats, DoorDash, and deliver to me, and they are on the list. Yeah, that should not happen. So places they're delivering can be a place with children. It could be, schools. It could be, all things that put them in access and have them in violation. So dude's craziness didn't show up until that day he decided to do that. We put too much stock in humans nowadays. Nowadays, humans ain't even worth it. I mean, let's tell the truth. Pretty much everybody's expendable, and that is earned because we some shiftless things out here. Don't do nothing about nothing. Again, I asked, what did Luigi do it for? None of us talked to him. We didn't get a speech. We heard MLK speak a million times. We heard Malcolm speak a whole lot. We know what them and a whole lot of others had to say. And all of that stuff still stands. It's still usable. It was all put out there for all of us. All the way back to the ones who used to fight the so-called government that they helped actually put together because they wanted to make it clear you work for us, we don't work for you, and we're not gonna just let you do what you want to do. And man, things changed. Things changed. And we at what point do you not decide that if you ain't gonna do a thing for yourself, you're gonna do something for these children? At what point? At what point? It, to imagine, I can't even imagine hearing myself her fight and I'm trying to prepare myself for that, but I'm still not quite sure how to. And I've heard some things, and I've been through some cases. It was the way that prosecution prepped us for that, like, and that's if they made it available to the public, because I don't know. Imagine her family having to listen to that. The jurors, I'm sure, had to listen to it. It was admissible, right? I don't know if they played it in court, but that's them images that we're seeing. That's never going away. Their parents and their family, her family, is always gonna have to. Somewhere on the internet, you could possibly see this guy who actually did this driving with her right here in the middle, and I'm in my truck yellow, so I'm just able to really just right there on her knees, probably looking like, "Where we going? What you doing?" I don't know. That's what the special was giving me, but I'm actually scared. Like, we actually pulling off. We driving off. You put me in here. You said that to me, like you being real mean right now, and you taking me away. You're not supposed to take me away. This She can feel the energy. She don't know what to do in that moment. She's just a child. We're supposed to protect these children. Somebody should have been out there with her. Somebody should have told her, we don't talk to the mailman. We don't talk to the FedEx man. We don't talk to nobody. We don't. Somebody come up, then you need to run to one of us. You need to make sure you're good. Come on in the house. You need nope, nobody's safe. We're gonna just go by the assumption. We don't know that dude. He just deliver our freaking packages. He's not Santa. He's not on the friendly list. Nobody is. We don't know these beings walking around amongst us, moving around amongst us. We don't see even half of them when we in our own world. What is the plan of action besides all this talk? Because at the end of the day, the talk is just, it's really starting to piss me off. And it's really annoying because there's nothing done, and y'all ain't even talking about doing shit. You just be saying stuff because I don't know, it get you high that day or something. Oh, that's yeah. They thought we was gonna be mad at him for burning down the building. Man, what is that? But all around that building though, that's a huge fire, a huge happy fire. What's all that around that building? That big building. That's not easy for firefighters to put that out. No, that shit is bigger than the terminal I'm sitting at. That's a DC. I just see a lot. I don't know. I just saw the dark. I didn't look online, but there's a potential to reach other people and cause damages. It could be even lives lost. That thing gets super out of control. It just that's a huge possibility. You don't get to just press a button and stop a fire. Y'all know that. It's like, what was this for? What was this for? They gonna make sure, especially now times when people want to talk up, and they say you're gonna be domestic terrorists, and you got TikTok and everybody's woke and exposing and talking about, hey, this ain't right, this ain't right, this is the truth about this. Okay, we hear that, we hear that, we hear that, we hear that. They not trying to, help encourage thoughts like what Luigi did, like what the guy did when he burnt the shit up. They're not having that. You know, we probably, I don't think we're ever gonna see these guys again ever in life, which we should be assuming is gonna be pretty darn short for us. What was it for, bro? What was it for? What was it for? What was it for? Okay, they still ain't arresting nobody. Okay, cool. They not going to because they all crew. They all click. They all crew. They all click. And they're gonna keep doing marching on towards the highest peak of the evil ass mountains, right? What are we gonna do? Piggybacking off the Epstein shit. There should have been talks of planet action. Okay, we can have community meetings in every city. You got all kind of buildings you can use, Skype, all that. About what's going on in that neighborhood. Where are our predators at that we know about? What can we do to make the neighborhood safer and more child friendly? How can we let our children know that they are safer and that they have somewhere to go, something to do? They can open up to people, the right people, of course. But if it's something they need to tell somebody, they need to snitch on because they ain't acting right, teacher at school, somebody, something. Somebody somewhere doing something. Somebody somewhere is plotting on your child always. What can we do as a community to show these children, well, hey, listen, grown ups ain't been grown up in that much, but we got you. We gonna tighten up. That's one idea. There's all kind of ideas that could be brought out of this. You can't go rescue no Epstein children. You can't go put nobody in the Epstein files. They ain't having that, right? They ain't even trying to see about that. So okay, we spoke. They didn't listen, and they don't care. All right, they're gonna do what they want to do. So we can't just keep yelling, "Release the files!" Oh, they're in files, and so still ain't locked up, and you still ain't did nothing different either. It's children to protect, always, everywhere. Teenagers, little babies, all kind of children. You know how many cases I see every single day. Children, they're not even safe from their own fathers. I'm not saying all. They're not safe from their own mothers, grandmothers, anybody. I'm talking about anybody. Anybody. There's all kind of things we can do to be soldiers for these children in every way. And ain't not one grown up came on here and was like, hey, this is what we came up with. Boom. This is what we're implementing on a local scale, on a small scale around here. On how we can make this world a better place for our children. Make sure they good. Make sure they safe. Our children. Why was little mama outside by herself? Huh? That's a no-no these days. Why? Why? We don't even work hard enough to remind our children, remind our parents, excuse me, to make sure you teaching your children. It's not, this ain't the world it used to be. Okay. In fact, go ahead and tell them about Santa Claus and Easter Bunny and all that shit. You shouldn't have told them that dumbass shit anyway. You should. Now, go ahead and do that and let them know. This world here ain't nothing sweet, ain't nothing safe. And if you ain't got them in some defense classes, then you foul. If y'all ain't having regular, uh, classes to teach them how to get out of situations and how to act, y'all need to be taking them too. Okay, y'all need to be living that tactical life with these children. Because you can't keep them on you all the time. I have everything short but a damn chip in my child. You understand me? The cameras everywhere. All kind of other shit too. Everything I can think of. it's too lightweight for y'all. It's too lightweight with y'all around here. And I'm not seeing no improvement, but y'all in the comment section cheering on this situation with this guy burning down the whole warehouse. If he couldn't negotiate things with this company, as hard as jobs are to get, I'm not understanding why he did it, unless this is one thing that just, I don't know, it just came to me, that it doesn't matter what job he goes to, the situation is still the same. Now, if that's the angle where it's coming from, I can understand better why he would just be like, I'm gonna have this I'm gonna stay and have this beef with this company. And sometimes it could be that you like where you work. You like your job, you like your environment, you like what you're doing. This is your level and it's chill for you, right? Some people got triggers. They don't want to work around too many people. They don't want to deal with too many people. Some people got other triggers. If you got a supervisor that's trying you on a regular, talking to you any kind of way, maybe want to get like this is boot camp or something. You want to see me go snap, uh, you know, and you just like, I don't want that kind of pressure and stress on me every day. Like, it's something, our breaks too short. Oh, they mean about this, whatever. It's something about every job that, a lot of jobs that it could be, and it's mostly several things that you just like, "Ooh, if I had a better job, the money I ain't, but if I had a better job." We never say the money is good, right? We don't, that only, we don't talk like that no more. But maybe they like the environment, they like the job, but this money here is about the same I'm gonna get anywhere else, and that job gonna be even more shittier, which makes me even more upset because I can't make it with this, and I like it here, and I want to stay. We want to stay. Me and my work family, we want to keep doing this right here. We cool right here, but you ain't even trying to help us get by. And the next one ain't gonna do it either. So if it's coming from a matter of, it doesn't matter if I go get another job, it's still gonna be the same. We still got the same 50 ass minimum wage. Then I'm gonna be somewhere, whereas other people, different things. I ain't gonna like that job. I want to be where I'm at. You be ready to hurt somebody if you looking at, oh, they're gonna make me leave, man. Yeah, and you want to be there. So he's making a point for everybody, right? Everywhere, like y'all said. Okay, got you. But what's everybody else's part? I haven't even seen a really clear and cohesive statement being made about what are y'all wanting the part to come from. Who's the parent company? Did half of y'all know? I mean, at least more than half. Who's the sister company? Who's the subsidiaries? Because you might as well just say that's not even just one company that he did that to. That's a whole connection. It's never just one company. And I'm pretty sure Scott is big. Scott been around forever. So yeah, I'm sure that touched a lot of people. Like, you just took away something that is major in dollars. Got to that big old freaking wells. Are they gonna at least be in a position to consider why this was done? Probably not. Cause y'all ain't even trying to have that conversation really. Y'all just sitting up here talking about how they expect y'all to feel sad, mad, or whatever. Why are you not addressing the companies? Why are you not saying, hey, for this to get to this level by one, he is all of us. We are all there. There's somebody else that is one little step away from really cutting up at their job. Because it's tough out here. And it don't seem like y'all trying to help a little bit. What's up? Like, where did we, when did it stop where y'all gonna try to meet us? Like, at least, it's like we the rabbit, you the tortoise, and man, you the snail. And somebody put a little sprinkle, like they put a little dab of salt on you every so often, and you just slow all the way down. You melting away. What's going on? What happened? What we gonna do? We want to push the economy. We want to just keep things afloat, flowing, and everything. We don't want inside fighting. We just trying to. Where do we not? When it become? We don't even entertain y'all no more, really. Y'all ain't even trying to have these conversations. Y'all ain't trying to do shit, man. At least you can start there. Y'all ain't trying to do nothing. What do you expect? What's the realistics here, guys? What was supposed to come out of this? Make it make sense for me. That guy's going to prison. What is he going to prison for? He ain't no damn Nelson Mandela. They not finna let this dude walk around here and be good. I'm being lightweight. I think the dude is in more trouble than you guys are acting like. Like, I don't know why y'all acting like that. Like, what he did is not a big deal. And he not in some hot, steamy, clumpy, doodle brown mess. Okay? Doodle brown. It's a doodle brown mess. And it's over with for him. Y'all gonna put some money on his books. You gonna pay for his lawyer so he can go to court, be tried. They don't throw the book at him. They gonna write a book and throw it at him. What about his family? Y'all gonna put something in the pot for that? You gotta go on me for him yet? I ain't seen that about no GoFundMe. That's the man, right? He did it for us. What about his family? Who gonna take care of the family now? You know what minimum wage in prison is? Me either, but I heard it's like a penny or some shit. It ain't $7. That's for sure. And I don't think that's gonna do it. So what was the point? Make it make sense. What was the point? What y'all gonna do? Besides saying shit you do every day, Pinky. What's that? Talk shit on social media. That's it. That's all you got, bro. That's all you got. That's all you got, and that's a damn shame. Because clearly, not that somebody trying to start a revolution. I don't think that the Ouija or the toilet paper man was trying to say, here, this is Sparta. Okay, I don't know if that fits the thing. Okay. I watched the movie, but I don't know. I don't know what the hell they was doing. The point is, y'all ain't jumping in there. And I'm just sleep talking at this point, so I'm finna log off. But you got my point. You get my point. You get my point. Stop coming on here every day, commenting under this video and shit like that fire ain't no big deal. That's not cool. That's not cool. That's not cool. I'm not gonna sit here and knock dude for what his snap was that day. He didn't come with no long, things that can put holes in people. Burns your skin when it go through. Okay, like having hot water, hot metal or something up in. Can't shake it. Can't stop it. It's gonna burn. Or making its way through. You're not coming with that trying to spray everybody. So he said, my problem is being you. He put his Cassie shoes on and he just put the fire. Okay, but that's still you endangering how many? Really, everybody out there, you don't know what's gonna happen with a fire that big. That's a big ass goddamn fire. Y'all see that big ass warehouse? You think that dude? I'm saying that, dude, but whoever on these damn, how they, if okay, listen, if corporations are how they are now, what y'all think they gonna do about that deal? I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what we thinking. What y'all thinking? What you think they just gonna be like, oh, that's we shit. We wanted to get rid of that building anyway. That's why I was only 20 of y'all there. I'm gonna be honest, that could be. Maybe they programmed him to do it so he can be that little firebug so they can go ahead and clear it out, get the insurance or whatever. I'm just saying, you think they just gonna take this L and be like this? Y'all wanna raise what you want? 50 cent and down know what you got. I got you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull out on you. Boom. See? Boom. Ain't nobody playing no games with y'all. Ain't nobody playing no games with y'all. Not at all. Y'all gotta tighten up and figure out what plans of actions need to be taken because there's a lot that are being missed. And first thing y'all try to do is find an excuse and you ain't got the time and all that bullshit. No, you make time. You got time. Everybody boring out this bitch. Everybody's boring out here. Boring, boring. Everyone is boring. Super boring. Yeah. Do something and shut up.